In the warm, squishy swamps of the southern United States, where moss hangs like curtains and frogs croak like tiny drums, lives a reptile that's been around since the time of the dinosaurs. Meet the alligator, strong, silent, and full of surprises. Alligators are not just big, they're huge. A grown-up alligator can be as long as a small car and weigh as much as 4 grown people. With dark, bumpy skin, they look like they're wearing armor. That rough skin isn't just for looks. It protects them while they move through reeds, mud, and water. At first glance, an alligator might look slow and sleepy. But don't be fooled. They're masters of stillness. An alligator can lie in the water for hours, barely moving, just watching and waiting. All you might see are 2 eyes and a bit of snout poking above the surface, like a floating log with a secret. But when it's time to move, wow, they can spring forward like a rocket. Their short, powerful legs help them launch out of the water to catch food, and in the water, their long tails push them along as they swim with surprising speed. What do alligators eat? A bit of everything. Fish, frogs, turtles, birds, and even deer. They're carnivores, which means they only eat meat. They don't chew like we do. Instead, they use their strong jaws to grab their food and gulp, swallow it whole or in big chunks. But alligators aren't just hungry hunters. They're also gentle parents. A mother alligator builds a nest out of mud, grass, and sticks. She lays dozens of eggs and guards them carefully. When the babies are ready to hatch, they make tiny squeaking sounds from inside their eggs, almost like they're calling for help. And guess what? Mama hears them. She gently lifts the eggs in her mouth, helping them break open. Then she carries her babies, yes, in her mouth, down to the water. It's like a living school bus full of baby gators. She'll stay nearby and protect them for weeks, sometimes even months. Alligators are cold-blooded. That means their bodies change temperature depending on the air around them. On cool mornings, they crawl out of the water to sunbathe, stretching out on logs or muddy banks to soak in the sunshine. But on very hot days, they might dig deep burrows to stay cool or just float with their mouths open to let heat escape, like natural air conditioning. Even though they look a bit scary, alligators are very important to the wetlands. They help keep animal populations balanced and even create homes for other creatures. When an alligator digs a hole, it often fills with rain and becomes a mini pond where fish, frogs, and birds can live. People call these gator holes, and during dry seasons, they're a lifesaver. Sadly, not long ago, alligators were in big trouble. People were hunting them too much, and their wetland homes were being destroyed. But with help from scientists and strong protection laws, the American alligator made a big comeback. Now they're no longer endangered, a real success story. So the next time you imagine a quiet swamp with buzzing bugs and lily pads, picture an alligator nearby, ancient, watchful, and gliding through the water like a shadow. He's not just a hunter, or a sun lover, or a builder. He's all of those things, and more. The alligator reminds us that even the quietest creatures can have the biggest impact. And sometimes staying still and watching closely is the smartest thing of all.
Down in the wetlands where the waters gleam, an alligator waits where the lilies dream. With eyes above and tail below, it glides like a shadow, smooth and slow. See you later, alligator, sliding through the reeds. With snappy jaws and scaly paws, it's built for stealth and speed. Silent swimmer, midnight prowler, sun-bashed king and nighttime growler. See you later, alligator, ruler of the swampy scene. nest in reeds with mama near, guarding eggs from far and near. When babies hatch, they chirp and squeak, and ride on mama's back all week. See you later, alligator, sliding through the reeds with snappy jaws and scaly paws. It's built for stealth and speed. Silent swimmer, midnight prowler, sunbathe king and nighttime growler. See you later, alligator, ruler of the swampy scene. Those mighty jaws can chomp down tight, but they don't bite unless they're right. Most of the time they just chill out, floating still with hardly a shout. See you later, alligator, sliding through the reeds with snappy jaws and scaly paws. It's built for stealth and speed. Silent swimmer, midnight prowler, sunbathe king and nighttime growler. See you later, alligator, ruler of the swampy scene. Those mighty jaws can jump down tight, but they don't bite unless they're right. Most of the time they just chill out, floating still with hardly a shout. Final later, alligator, sliding through the reeds with snappy jaws and scaly paws. It's built for stealth and speed. Silent swimmer, midnight prowler, sunbathe king and nighttime growler. See you later, alligator, ruler of the swampy scene. See you later, alligator.